Hello everybody, Dawn Master here. No new tools today, but came across some old pliers that I've been using for a long time. I thought I'd talk about them. And they're pretty old, before Crescent went to China or whatever. These Crescent adjustable wrenches, so Crescent brand, okay? Made in USA. Now, I don't have a similar set of Knipexes like it. These are kind of similar, adjustable. But Knipex has the alligator version that's just like this. Has this collet in there. This cam mechanism for adjustments. And I guess Crescent has been doing it too. I don't know if they still make this. This is USA. I doubt you can get them, but anymore. I don't have a part number on here. It just says Made in USA right there. And Crescent. But I've never had any problems with them. The handles are kind of bulky, but they get the job done. And I've had them for frickin' probably 15 years. Since I was young. And someone gave them to me. They were hand-me-downs, but, you know, these I still like. They're narrow. And I'm going to show you a bunch of other ones I like. Mainly Knipex. But these are pretty versatile ones. These are the 8701 250s. And then these I still use today. These are the 91 ACPs. 9-inch. Regular snap-on pliers. Adjustable pliers. And they work really good. They're really tough. Lifetime warranty. And then you got your baby Knipex, your EDCs, which I don't use a lot, to be honest. I keep them with me, but I always end up grabbing something else. But as we go down the line, so we'll take these out of here. I'll show you the Knipex's stuff that I have. So I go small, and then I have these guys, which I actually like better than these, because they have the push button, and you get just a little bit more leverage. And these are the 125s. So I think they're like 5-inch or something. I don't have the size in between the 125s and the 250s. I think there might be two sizes in between that. I do have the pliers wrench that's in between that. But I want to get the Cobras this size or the next size up in between. But, you know, Knipex makes just a great product. I've seen the roll-up bag that has all the sizes in it. I've thought about getting that, but I already have so many. I don't need that many of them. I already have 2 pairs of the 250s because I like them so much. And then I have the 250s in the pliers wrench. Mac rebrand. And these are P10WRs. They don't have the Knipex number. They just have the Mac number. And these are really nice. I don't use them a lot, though. I use wrenches. Sometimes they come handy. And then the next ones I have are the 10-inch, I think they are. 12-inch. They don't have the Knipex number on them because, again, they're Mac rebrands. So I got these two off the Mac truck a couple years ago. But these are the 12-inch Cobra locking adjustable self-gripping pliers. Love them. And then we just keep going up the line here. We got these guys, which I don't use too much, but they come handy for smaller oil filters and whatnot, medium size truck filters. And these are the, man, these numbers are rubbed off. There we go, 8701 400s. 400 millimeters. Centimeters, I don't know how it works. But anyway. And then, to top it all off, I've had these for about a year now. And these are honestly maybe my favorite ones. And these are the 560s. And I think they're 24 inches. So these are 12. So yeah, they're 24. They're easily 24. And I just used these today. These big bad boys. I actually ordered these from my Snap-on dealer a year or so ago. And they were reasonably cheap. You know, some of the supplemental stuff through your Snap-on dealer isn't so spendy. I think I paid maybe $10 more getting it through Snap-on, my Snap-on dealer, than ordering it on Amazon. And I was like, you know, I'd rather give you the money, and if I do have an issue with it, it's lifetime warranty, and I just hand it to him, and he orders me another pair. But, man, these suckers, you can, I mean, these are attitude adjusters right here. I mean, you can really grab some big stuff with these. And like today, I was taking an oil filter off on a 7.3 Power Stroke that someone just idiotically tightened down way more than they should, and I could not get it off with regular oil filter pliers. So that's when you go and you grab these bad boys, and these just take it off, is basically what they do. They do not give up. I've never once had an oil filter that these couldn't take off, and that's including Caterpillar 15-liter engines. In dump trucks, I would use these to get them off. Because once you bite down and you get them set, you only have to push on one side and they just bite. Man, they just really bite. Highly recommend them. Can't remember what I paid, maybe a couple $100. I don't remember. But whatever, I don't care how much they were because they've paid for themselves. Let me grab a couple more Knipex stuff. I collected and gathered up all the Knipex stuff. One more thing. Here's an old Crescent 12-inch adjustable wrench. I've had this forever, and I just love it. It's USA made. Crest alloy. I mean, you can't get these anymore. I mean, you can get a similar one, but it's China. It just doesn't, it's not the same. Not as durable. So, I'm glad I still own these, and I've never just traded them in or let them go or anything like that. I'll always hold on to them. Good old USA made stuff with USA hands and everything. I love it. So let me pull the other Knipex stuff out, have you take a look. So anyways, these are some of the other Knipex stuff I have. Out of all these, I'd say the two most used ones, I'm not including those style, the two most used I use every day as a diesel tech is probably going to be these. I cut hose, fuel line with these all the friggin' time. And they're sharp as a razor. Maybe see these kind of dent looking things on the peaks? Those are supposed to be there. But they're kind of a step cut, but not really. They're just more options. So you can just cut smaller hose, or you can cut a whole big hose with the whole length of the blades. But these are really handy, and they're quick, easy to grab. You know, I have the other hose cutters that everyone has. They're Blue Point, but they're Lyle, I think. They have the razor blade built into them, but these are the Knipex 9511 200s. They're not meant for cutting steel. They're made for hose. So I highly recommend those if you're a mechanic. If you cut hose and whatnot, you'll like them. They're not too expensive. These here, these are the twin grips, and I bought these right when they came out. My Mac dealer had a handful of them. Unfortunately, he didn't have them with this handle, and that's what I wanted eventually, but those came out later. So I just picked these up, thinking about getting a second pair and leave these at home and then have the comfort grip pair at work, because these things are just invaluable. You can see how well used they are. The Knipex writing's worn off. And these are the 8201 200s. And these are the twin grip pliers. And they're just like a regular plier, but they have the teeth go in the opposite direction there in the center. So you can use them as like a stripped out screw head. You can pull them out. going down like this and turning. And they're also a 5 adjustment. I think they're 5 or 6, but you push this in and you can get them wider, see? They keep going too. But they have a cam mechanism in there, or a adjustment similar to the Cobras. And you can adjust them all the way out like that. Very handy. I love using these on like hose clamps and whatnot. Super handy units. You know, Knipex, they have good cutters too. For the cutters, I like these the best. They're the 250s, which I believe are 8 or 9 inch. I think they're 9 inch. And yeah, these are the 7401 250s, chrome vanadium, piano, whatever. I guess you can cut piano cable or something with them, but I've cut quite a bit of battery cables and thick stuff with these, and they have a nice like feel to them. And I got these from my Snap-on dealer, but man, talk about leverage. Like they cut, and highly recommend these. And then these are much smaller. These are 7421 200s. And they work good too. Angled head though, unlike these. So these are straight, and they have a little bit of an angle to them, but these are angled, and they sell these in a straight also. But it's nice to have something to get away from what you're cutting, kind of. Sometimes it really comes handy. So I got those from Lowe's a while ago. You can see they've been used, but they're still very sharp. They're not too old. And then these are the bolt cutters, the Cobalts, and chrome vanadium 7131 200s. They make bigger ones of these, and they make smaller ones. I got kind of the in-between size, and I tested them out right when I bought them. Probably shouldn't have, but they didn't dull. They look like it on the edge, but they're still sharp. Like on the sides, the paint just kind of peeled off when I used them. But I cut one of those cheap Allen wrenches that come in like a tool kit. I cut one of those in half with this, and that's tool steel, and it did it. I had to squeeze pretty hard, but man, it did it. But yeah, these are really awesome. When I used to work at a truck shop, the fabricator, he had these all the time, small and big. He had the smaller ones, and he cut everything with them. He loved them. And then when I lost my Snap-on flush cuts, I ended up finding them. This is a while back. I asked my Mac dealer if he had any nice flush cuts, and he's like, well, we don't have Mac ones. He didn't have any Mac ones in stock, but he had these, and these are called the Knipex snips, super snips, I think. Nip cuts, or super nips, I forget. But anyway, if you look them up online, they have a name. Made in Germany, as always. Trying to find the number for you guys. There we go, 7803140s. So they're about the size of these little Knipexes here, and these are nice flush cuts. You know, I'm not like a super big fan of them. They aren't like as flush as the Snap-ons, but they're nice and light, and they're quick and easy. They have that spring in there. They remind me of the $10 Kleins you can get, but these are fairly inexpensive. You can get on Amazon a lot cheaper than what I paid for them off the Mack truck. But an old coworker at a last place I worked at, he grabbed these from my off top of my toolbox when I was on my lunch to pull a friggin' nail out of a flat tire on a dump truck, and he grabbed them. It was an accident. He didn't know that you couldn't use these on metal, and he destroyed them. So luckily my Mac dealer swapped them out free of charge because he's a good guy. Told him the situation, and he swapped them out for me. I ordered these. These two are the last Knipexes I bought most recently, probably, I don't know, within 4 months. These are the Knipex small dikes. They're the 7002 125s. They're not flush cuts. They're just small little dikes, and they have the comfort grip, and that's mainly why I got them. I wanted to see how these handles were. They're kind of big for the size of a plier, but they do cut really well. I'll have to say that. They're nice to kind of keep in the pocket if you got to go around and cut a bunch of zip ties free on like a wiring harness, you know. I mean, any of this would work too for that. These would even work. I've used these when I didn't have any cutters on me. These are 1000-volt rated combination pliers, like assembly pliers. They have cutters in there, and then they have grippers inside, coarse, and then fine on the outside. And these work really well. I keep these at home and I use them around the house. These are the 08 145s. 08 28 145s, 1000-volt rated, and yeah, they're good. They're nice little assembly pliers, you know. They're not really big. They're like the size of these smaller plier wrenches, and they come handy for just doing odds and ends around the house, working with live wire. You know, nice peace of mind that you're not gonna get shocked. And they were cheap. They're only like 20 or $25, I think. To me, that's cheap for 1000-volt rated. So anyway, hope you guys like my little collection of Knipex mainly. Thought I'd do that since I haven't been doing any tool hauls lately. I appreciate all the views, and I'm gonna keep buying tools. I have a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure what to buy now. I'm thinking about getting a new jump pack. I just don't know which one to get. Let me know down in the comments. But before I go, so I'm looking into getting a NOCO jump pack, because at my work we have 2 GB 150s, and my boss bought them almost 4 years ago, and we use them every single day to jumpstart diesel pickups at work that are dead. And they're really powerful units, but one of them is starting to show signs of wear. We have to charge it more often. I figure that's normal for use and abuse every single day, starting numerous trucks, extended crank. But anyway, they're 3000 amp. They're the big NOCOs. I know they make bigger ones, but they're pretty good sized NOCO jump packs. And I want to get my own. I just don't know if I should go with that size, GB 150. But if I did go with that size, I would get the newer model. It's the GBX 155. And it doesn't have a micro USB charging port. It has a USB-C charging port. That seems to be a big problem with the GB 150 we have at work. The micro USB port kind of moves around and it doesn't connect well anymore. And then I was also looking at the GBX 75. That's the next step down from the GBX 155, and it's 2500 amp crank. Would that be enough for like my pickup? I got F350 with a Power Stroke in it, diesel 6.0. And I'm not going to be using this thing every day, but I'm going to keep it with me in my vehicle. And if the ones at work don't work, or they're dead and I really need to jump something, I might use it. But let me know what you think. Should I go with the new GBX 155 that replaces the GB 150? And the new one, it's 4250 cold crank or amps instead of 3000 like the older model. Or should I go with the GBX 75? And that one's 2500 amps. So let me know down in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and have a good one. Thanks.